All right, so today is November 12th, but I'm doing a recap for yesterday's trading on um, November 11th. And the reason I forgot to do the recap, essentially what happened was we had a dud day. Not much was happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some of the things that, in fact, I'll talk about the trade first. I only took one trade on Lucid, which was a red trade. I only had enough buying power for uh, for that trade because we had a holiday and they hadn't settled my account. But I'll talk about it now. And it was on Lucid yesterday. It was this thing. All right, so I was trading using supply and demand, and I essentially um, when I started sort of counting legs the same way I used to back in the day, and I did not count the legs properly. Yeah, I've changed the colors again. Anyway, I didn't count the legs properly. Essentially, when I went into the market, I had a short bias, possibly because of this supply area. I assumed it would have a double top, and I miscounted this leg. So what happened was when we had this three up, and I think this is where I should have noticed that we had three up, three down. I expected for us to have three down, but when we started going up, I got confused because I thought, okay, then maybe we'll have a double top and head down. But I didn't really count this as a leg. I just thought, okay, there's a double top and then we're heading down. But actually, what actually happened was you had three down, so one, two, and three. It's weird, right? Because you've kind of taken out these highs, but it was a failed wedge, if that makes sense. And this was a third down, if you think about it. And that was where things got complicated, I think. You know, I'm still trying to understand how to count the legs properly. And then sometimes you have minor legs like these minor pullbacks, which sometimes you have to ignore because they're not part of what you're counting. Um, so anyway, so I did that, and so I had a short bias. Anyway, what happened was I entered at the open, but I got filled around here, even though I entered here. So I had a really bad fill. So price rallied up. So I thought, okay, fair enough. We're testing the highs. And then we kind of broke those highs, and we came down. And it was then I now noticed that, oh dear, there is a wedge forming, and this is a recipe for a bull trend because this is a pullback. And it just hit me at that point. I thought, okay, when this candle started, I was hoping this candle would go all the way down, in which case we would work with that and then we'll start heading up. But in actual fact, this wedge stopped. This actually stopped just before that line was complete. And I just thought, oh shit, this is going to be a double bottom, major trend reversal, and we're probably going to head up. And it went back up. And I thought, okay, maybe we'll have a double top here, which will be a triple top, and that means we'll be in a trading range. I just wanted to get out the lows where I entered, and then this bar just, came down, didn't really complete, bounced off this moving average, and then before you know it, I got out around here. Once we got up here, I just thought, okay, this is not working. I can see what's happening here. If you look at the price action right now, we're forming a bull flag. You don't normally get this come down like that, and if you do, you get into a trading range, and I wasn't ready for that. So I just thought, okay, let me just get out on this doji, and then I just saw we broke the highs and made the next level, and then we started to stall here. Obviously, three pushes up, and then pre down, up, double top, and then obviously we started going sideways. And it's no surprise this morning, if you look at pre-market, we've actually now finally sold, and now heading down on the downtrend. That was my trade yesterday. So I left this in. I was going to take it out, but I left it in because I thought, okay, let me just leave it for this particular thing. It doesn't really matter what's going on here. I also intended on trading Nvidia yesterday. I had sort of counted these legs and marked the legs for the trading day. This was the trading day. So the idea was, I've kind of been following the trend since we made this, and you can see it. We've gone like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Essentially, this is one pullback, two pullback, three. Actually, one pullback, 2, and it's almost a pullback, and then 3. So it's 3 legs down. 3 legs down generally tend to get a double bottom. So we had this double bottom on this particular day, then 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, and then 3 legs down, 1, 2, 3, 3 legs up. And I noticed this morning. This is yesterday's trading. So when you see we came down here on the after hours, just as a note, let's put no after hours and take off the and this is the thing, I find the chart is easier to trade intraday like this because I can read things better. 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, almost 3 legs down here, but a double bottom at the moving average, bounce up. You can see a wedge here already, 1, 2, 3, and then I just so much easier to read without after hours in there and seeing the session gaps. That makes sense. But I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do it. So you have 1 pullback, 2. Whenever I have this tells me we're probably going into a trading range. Because you have 1 double bottom, 1 pullback, 2, 3 legs down, 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3, and then a nice rally from this position, and then obviously in the after hours we now had the third high, and that's obviously led to this fall. But today there are a few things I'm working on because it's easy to read the price action but hard to trade when you are trading intraday. So I'm going to work on a psychological lesson today, which is just really, having more faith in my analysis. It's so easy to for instance, now if I went short here, and I did try to go short here, if I had gone short here, I would have panicked the moment would have gotten to maybe here or even here, because it's just one of those things, you just tend to panic. But actually, I think this actually starts from here, but it doesn't really matter. But then you see, the thing is, the price action always works, and it works well. I just need to hold my grip. I'm reading a book called The Mindset of Trading, I think. And one of the things that it recommends, or at least it remedies this issue of traders feeling FOMO, or feeling scared, or feeling fear. And it really, really addresses the fact that when you are trading like that, it's easy to it's very easy to not be able to focus on what is going on the chart. But in actual fact, you need to talk yourself through and talk through the logic, and speak through it. So for instance, now if you're having FOMO, you have to remember that, oh, there are lots of opportunities there, don't worry about it. You have to keep saying these things to yourself. If you're in a trade like this, no point coming out early, because if you have a big spike like this, bull bars, chances are you're going to get a second leg up. Things like that that will create a really nice trading day. My goal as a trader is to be able to trade the entire chart through the entire day, just really reading the bars and looking at what exactly is going on. There's so many clues on everything that's happening on the chart, and it's very easy to miss it all. So anyway, I just thought I'd just share that recap. Today I'm looking at Nvidia again, because again, I like this whole idea of following a stock and trying to trade it. I also charted Lucid, although Lucid is a bit difficult to fully understand, but I'm still going to follow it all day. This isn't what I charted. Okay, yeah, this is not what I charted. I think this is what I've charted so far. So right now I know we've made a double top. These are the highs. If anything, this is the trading range. We have a bear breakout, and it will be interesting to see how we then now trade with this. I guess what I will do now is watch the trade unfold throughout the day and look for opportunities there. Right, there's some demand in this area. As you can see, we've have a double bottom here. So I think if anything, we'll probably come down there, test that, maybe pull back from that, and then maybe look for an entry short. Let's see how it goes for the rest of today.